how it is some days. Some days.
I apologize now for my voice. Thank you, everybody.
Jeremy, you sound good out there. Not really. DJ Richey, everybody. We're going to the fifth place matches. We're going to get those teams out there. We're going to be on broadcast for a little bit. DJ Richey is going to take over the mic here at the stadium. We have got the fifth place round coming up. Sarah Pavan on Muno to the Scoles, Urango. Followed by the guys Amy Benish and Casey Patterson. Taking on Siva, James Butler, and Troy Field.
These are the championships here at the Footprint Center. We are in Phoenix, Arizona, everybody. We have had a fantastic time already, and we got a long way to go. Man, first time back in Phoenix in over a decade, and what a scene it is here inside the Footprint Center. My name's Mark Sherman, here for the 5th place round matches alongside Haley Harward, the national champion out of USC. Welcome to the booth, Haley.
Thanks so much, Mark.
Absolutely, and for this first match, we got Sarah Pavan and Zana Muno taking on Gina Urango and Julia Scoles. And I think you and Julia know each other pretty well, don't you?
Pretty well,
Yeah, pretty much best friends, right? Roommates?
Yep.
Have you talked to her before this match? How's she feeling going into this one?
I think she's doing well,
Okay.
excited to play. I didn't bother her too much today.
Okay,
Got to
fair
let her
enough.
focus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the players are set. I'm going to throw it down to myself to meet the players. Let's do it. We are all set, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 5th place round match. A lot of money, a lot of points. Here we go. It is time to meet the players, everybody. This first team teaming up for the very first time. Oh, and going matching outfits today. I like it. This first player out of Hermosa Beach, California. She is a player a lot of people have come to love, ladies and gentlemen, over her short but becoming a long career here on the AVP. Out of UCLA, she is Zana Muno. And her partner also out of Hermosa Beach, California. What's up, neighbor? How we doing? How we doing? She is a fantastic volleyball player, everybody, on the AVP, around the world on the FIVB World Tour, representing her country of Canada in the Olympic Games a couple of times, and looking for another one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it for Sarah Pavan. And their opponents, the women of Troy out of the University of Southern California. This first player, 2-time national champion, everybody, and she has got an absolute hammer for an arm. You're going to love her. Let me hear it for Julia Scoles. And her partner, man, she's been fun to watch for a long time. One of the best serves on the AVP Tour. And a long career. She just got her first win in her AVP career in Atlanta. An AVP champion she is, Gina Urango. So these two teams lost their match yesterday in the quarterfinal round, but they come out today at the Footprint Center looking for a little revenge, looking to cap off the championships with a win. Winner of this gets 5th place, loser gets a 6th place. For Zana and Sarah, their first event together, Zana finished in 6th place in the standings. Actually might have finished in 5th place with Brandy Wilkerson. Brandy, although, was not able to play in this one due to some national team commitments, getting ready to go to Paris next week. So Zana got Sarah Pavan to fill in, and here we go. Julia Scoles with the first chance. She gets the first kill off the edge of the block. Big thing for this one is the serving. Here in the Footprint Center, you can get a real high, Haley, from the service line.
Oh, yeah.
The tight sets. Ooh, nice cover. Way to be ready for that one. Scoles, she uses the block to make it 2-0.
I love to see the aggression early on. Sarah's a huge block at the net, and you've seen Julia not afraid to go near her.
One of the best blockers in the world is Sarah Pavan, but with Zana back there, you got to still be aggressive. On 2, Sarah Pavan turns one into the corner. Nice play by her. Pavan, a world champion, got that win with her former international partner, Melissa Umana Paredes. Three, looking at 1. So we talked about this being a jumper sand, the serving going to be real important. What's unique about this sand, Haley?
Yeah, it looks a little bit darker. I haven't gone down there to feel it, but I'm sure just this whole environment is a little bit different to play. No sun, but you do have the lights and the banners around.
Zana cutting one to get down to the sand. Yeah, the sand looks a little different colored, and down there on the sand, it's a little bit wet. When they brought it in, it was pretty wet, and it hasn't had a chance to dry out. I was talking to the court guys, and they're like, yeah, it's like there were pools of water in it when we brought it in here, and they were able to get a lot of it out. It's great to play on, but because it's still a little bit damp, it is also definitely jumper's sand. Gina Urango, back to serve, one of the best servers on the AVP her entire career. Back in 2016, was the most improved player on the AVP. And that one's out of bounds. Julia wanted that one, but it is wide. It's 3-4 as we take our first side switch. Gina and Julia started their year on the AVP in the Tour Series, made it to the finals in Muskegon, lost in the semis in Denver, got to the semis in Hermosa Beach in the Pro Series, got to the finals in Fort Lauderdale, and then got a huge win, got that Gold Series victory for Gina Urango, her 7th final, and she was able to get the job done. Sort of a team, yeah, some people thought this came out of nowhere. Didn't really expect them. But the firepower from Julia Scoles, the veteran consistency from Gina Urango.
I think Scoles might get Newcomer of the Year.
She very well could.
I think she's a shoo-in.
It's been a year of parity, hasn't it, on the AVP? There's been lots of winners for the guys and gals. Julia Scoles, let's see, who else could potentially challenge her for Newcomer? I mean, Kristen and Terrence, not their first year.
Right.
So they're not newcomers. Zana Muno, a younger player as well, but not a newcomer. What a rundown by Gina Urango. Zana with the heavy finish to tie it at 5. Julia wished she would have had that one back. Couldn't quite control that one. And Zana, Sarah able to take advantage. That serve, though, as we're watching that replay, serve goes into the net. It's 6-5. Scoles and Urango will keep the lead. And the ace from Gina Urango. That's one of the things you can take advantage of in this arena, man. The bottom just dropped out of that ball, Haley. It's like, it's looking like it's sinking a little bit. I don't know, the ball's moving a little bit differently in here.
Beautiful dropper serve. That's such a hard ball to pass.
That one stays in the air right to the platform of Sarah Pavan, and she gets the job done off the net.
Such a cool environment. I heard this might be an annual thing.
I would love that. I mean, it's so cool. The stands are already set up. The crew for the Footprint Center is already here, so everything's running so smoothly. And you just got to bring the sand in, put a couple of boards up around, and we're pretty much good to go. Ready to rock. It has been an awesome weekend all around. Scoles pressing over and taking that one at the net to get the lead back out to 2.
I love that decision to stay at the net by Julia. Sometimes in those broken plays, the blocker makes that instinct to pull off the net, but that ball going too tight, and Julia made the correct decision to stay up there and take a lot of space at the net.
Now, Haley, you and Julia, you know each other very, very well. Roommates, best friends, champions. Just won the gold medal at the World University Championships down in Brazil. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was that, playing with your best friend, your roommate down in Brazil?
That was so cool. You know, we've each had different partners this AVP season.
Zana trickles one down, 7-8.
Great shot by Zana there. Yeah, it was so fun to reconnect. I mean, she's a phenomenal athlete. So I think just getting the chance to play together was super fun. Walked away with a victory.
Yeah. Played 7 matches, went 6-1 overall. including a tight straight set victory in the championship match.
Wow. It's like you were there.
Oh, yeah. I know what happened. I know what I'm doing. You were one of 3 USA teams there?
Yep.
Yeah. And technically came in as the 3rd USA team.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Oh, yes. Sana. Keeping it alive, even if you can't put a big swing on it. As long as you keep it alive, you never know. And Gina Urango, she knows about that one. Gets that one to the sand. She'll serve. 9-8.
I love that shot from Gina. It was a little bit of an inside set. And as a right-sider, sometimes you can let that ball drop, and that's when you cut it into the net. But Gina did a great job with her feet. Really got there and took it out of high contact.
Keeping that one alive momentarily. Great touch by Gina. Julia able to keep it alive, but then can't quite get it over the net. 9-9. By the way, I love the style of both these teams.
Oh, yeah.
Both matching perfectly, and yeah. Would that be, oh my goodness, what a layout. Sana Muno, and on the line to take the lead.
That's beautiful to watch.
Yes. Let's check that one out again. Down the line, full layout, one-hand dig, and then, man, nothing you can do about that. Look at that, right on the edge of the line.
Any part of the line, ball's still in.
Zana this time on the hard driven, and Pavan on 2. 11-9, 1 point to the tech, and all of a sudden 2-point lead for Sarah and Zana.
Zana really playing the percentages there. She knows when Julia's in system. Julia has such a strong, powerful attack, so Zana just held her ground in that angle. Worked out well.
Gina from off the net. Zana is there. And unloading, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4-point run to get to the technical timeout. Zana and Pavan, 12-9, halfway through set number 1. You still got time, everybody. The AVP predictor with Bally Play is live. Make your Phoenix Championship predictions. You still got a couple hours to make them. Bally Play's AVP predictor. You got to get 6 predictions correct. And if you get them all right, you could be taking home 2 AVP Optics Wilson Volleyball signed by all of the 2022 AVP champions. And then it was a year with lots of different champions, Haley.
It's true.
Yeah, a lot of parity out there, which makes this event real hard to pick, because so many winners. It was finally for the women Taryn Cloth and Kristen Nuss becoming the first repeat winners by winning in Chicago. They got it started in Austin, first event of the year. Had the chance to go back-to-back in their hometown in New Orleans, but Kelly and Betsy had different plans. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see a Haley Harwood on there. Yes, with your teammate from USC. I see a lot of women of Troy up there.
Oh yeah, fighting on.
Quite the program at the University of Southern California. They've won the last 2 national championships. Should I say you have won the last 2 national championships, Haley Harwood. Hammering home out of the timeout is Julia Scoles, also 2-time national champion, your teammate at USC.
Julia, just such a physical player.
Yes, and SC, a physical team. I mean, you are a very physical player as well, Haley. When I think of SC and I think of physicality, I always think Nicolette Martin is the first one I think of, just the fire that she brought and that kind of attitude. You know, on those early USC national championship teams, and to me sort of set a tone. And you got to play with Nicolette for, did you ever play with her?
I just
you weren't
missed
same
her.
team. You just missed her, okay. Well, you kept the fire going when she left.
Big shoes to fill.
We got 11-13, Pavan and Muno after getting that lead out to 3. Back and forth we go now. Yeah, what kind of what kind of confidence, what kind of game experience, I mean, what advantage does the college game growing give to players now, Haley? Like, how do you feel going out to the pro tour, coming off of an indoor career, or rather a beach career on the college side?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, the college game, especially with this COVID year, that a lot of students got to come back and get one more year of schooling and one more year of eligibility. And the level, man, the level of the college game continues to rise. And I think it's such a great breeding ground for a little bit more refined players heading into their pro careers.
And it's a really cool format, too, as we see the dig here. Julia Scoles to tie it up 13-13. The format of 5 matches, all 5 matches count for the same. Whether you're the 1, the 2, the 3, it all counts towards a point total. If you get 3 points, you win the duel, they call it in college. Such a fun format. And what I love about it is even if you lose your match, you've still got so much to watch for, to play for, to root for. It's such a great team mindset. Man, 14-13, Scoles and Urango giving that run right back to Pavan and Muno to get the lead.
I knew this match would be fun.
Yeah. It's a fun vibe. It's a fun environment. Now, but we're going to take a timeout. Team timeout, Zana and Sarah. Both these teams lost yesterday. Nobody likes to lose, but it is fun to be able to come back out and show your stuff and finish with a win, which these two teams get a chance to do.
You touched on the serving aggression from Gina Urango, and that's, in my opinion, what's gotten them back in this game.
The Fort Lauderdale champion, I'm sitting right next to her, Haley Harward. You got that done with your teammate Tina Gradina. We got a little look back at that. I need to see that again.
Welcome back to the Women's Championship final here on Stadium Court. The AVP Fort Lauderdale Open. Julia Scoles and Gina Urango taking set number 1, 21-19 over Tina Gradina and Haley Harward here. Well, a 3-point advantage as Tina gets us back to action, going down the line to Gina Urango from the right. And a 3rd block of this set alone for Tina Gradina scores another point. It's over to Harward from the right. She goes to that back set, Dan, like you just talked about. Scoles blocked, but it's a good cover. And Tina gets it done on the recycle. And we are going to a 3rd set tiebreaker. Plenty of championship point opportunities again for Harward and Gradina. Jump serve over to Tina. Will it be this one? It is. Tina Gradina and Haley Harward have done it. The Fort Lauderdale champions, undefeated, the 8th seed, taking home the title and the victory here in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my gosh, the joy on your face, Haley. That was just so magical. You and Tina, and you took down Scoles and Urango to do it. You had 4 women of Troy on the court together at the same time. 3 of you had just won back-to-back national championships at USC. What a special moment. What a special final. And congrats to you for the win.
Thank you. Yeah, that was such a special final because regardless, a championship was coming home to our apartment. So it was a win
right.
either way.
Julia Scoles just had an absolute scoop. And she gets the put away for 15-14. So any awkwardness there, you and Julia? Was it all like, did you like give each other a couple hours to?
No.
No, did she go straight to you?
We rinsed off and she said, let's go, I'm buying you dinner.
Oh,
went straight
amazing.
to dinner, yeah.
That's
She's
cool.
a class act, one of my best friends.
Scoles this one off the fingertips. 15-15. Zana Muno out of Hermosa Beach, California. Played her high school ball at Notre Dame High School up in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles. Went on to UCLA, played indoor and beach volleyball. A couple national champions on the beach for Zana as well. I see you cringing, Haley. It's fine. Don't worry about it. 16-15. Gina Urango, the first ever scholarship player. First ever athlete to get a full scholarship for beach volleyball in the USA at USC. Ooh, the finesse from Zana. What a shot.
Zana is just so good at keeping the ball in front of her and just hitting both of those short shots either way. it's deceptive. It's hard for the defense to read which way she's going.
Very high-level match offensively. 435, the hitting percentage for Scoles and Urango. 538 for Pavan and Muno. The back butter from Scoles, and Gina detonates 17-16.
I love when Gina runs behind. She oftentimes will go up and hit with her left hand, too, from the left side.
She's got options. How much does that mess with you as a defender? I mean, as a blocker, obviously it's pretty weird, but as a defender, does it mess with you, too, in your positioning?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think you're in the right spot based on the angle of her hips and how she's leaning, and then you're completely wrong. Very deceptive.
And what about going against a lefty like that, like Sarah Pavan, always lefty? I mean, do you forget sometimes? You line up on the right? Like, how much do you have to focus on, you know, maybe 1 out of 10 players or left? So how weird is that?
Yeah, I haven't noticed that too much. I feel like it's a little more noticeable on the block.
Okay.
But defense, I think, I haven't noticed a huge change.
To take the lead at crunch time, the good old stuff and stare from the 3-time best blocker in the world, Sarah Pavan.
Can I give her the dun-dun-dun-dun?
Yes, you can. I love it. Oh, I love so. She blocks, and then she sort of stays facing the other side of the net, but she looks up a little bit, so you know she's not staring right at you.
She takes a second to revel in the block.
Uh-huh. I love it. Ooh, tricky on 2. That is perfectly executed from Gina Urango. That one got me, too.
Love the creativity out here.
And the left.
And the left.
6 kills for Gina Urango. Not a single hitting error here in set number 1. 5 digs to go along with it. Perfect pass, Zana Muno. Gina was looking to get that dig into the bottom of the net. Wouldn't quite get up there, though. It's 19-18.
Sarah was top spinning earlier. Let's see what serve. Okay, looks like the standing float.
Pretty easy serve for Julia Scoles. Sarah was looking to get that a little bit deeper. The touch, the controlled block. There's a net violation on Julia Scoles, and it will be set point. I do believe Gina, they're going to take a timeout. Team timeout from Scoles and Urango after the net violation. Pavan and Muno, 4-1, and they lead by 2 with a set point. Coach Nancy Mason, along with Scoles and Urango. If you're their coach, what are you telling them right now, Haley?
You know, I think that was just an unfortunate play at the net there. I think the response here is to attack the pass and serve receive, stay aggressive with it, and listen to the call and just stay aggressive, reach high.
What does attack the pass mean?
I think sometimes on game point, if there's a good middle serve, if you're not focused in that split second, you could let it.
So sort of move forward for like go get the ball, don't let it beat you.
Yes, be aggressive on this game point. Make sure you're locked in on the pass first, because you can't hit if you're shaking the ball.
Don't be back on your heels passing. Just take control of it.
Exactly.
For Pavan and Muno going after Zana Muno are Scoles and Urango, but look at that. She's taking care of it. 10 kills on 20 swings, 0 errors, we hit 500. Sarah Pavan hitting 750, 6 kills, no errors on 8 swings. Here we go, 2 set points. Another pretty easy serve for Julia Scoles, nice set, but she's blocked. She'll have another chance. Scoop! And she won't deliver, that's into the tape. And Scoles and Urango stay alive.
Wow.
A side out chance now for Zana and Sarah. She'll look to forget that and dial in for 1 pass, 1 set, and hopefully just 1 swing. Zana off the block and out of bounds. It's 21-19 in set number 1 for Zana Muno and Sarah Pavan.
Good opportunities. Good opportunities on both sides there.
Absolutely. Pretty high level, both, especially offensively.
And now we all anxiously wait to see who has
Set number 1 of the 5th place match here at the championships in Phoenix goes to Pavan and Muno, closing it out at the last second in set number 1.
Those radio gym shorts that you have from college, they're done. Get them out of here. It's time to upgrade your short game with the one from Fabletics, man.
We love them. Your girlfriend will be stealing these. They're the best.
This fabric fixes another major issue, fit.
It's got this crazy stretch to it that looks so cute when I do my yoga or errands or like literally anything. They're the most comfortable, best feeling luxe-tastic fabric that we have ever worn.
I'm Carrie Walsh Jennings. I've played with lots of injuries and sore muscles. KT Tape has helped me push past the pain. Today, clinical studies prove what I've always known, that using KT Tape before, during, and after workouts can reduce muscle soreness. Whether it's the Olympics or the local gym, pain is pain.
Tape up with KT Tape, the #1 kinesiology tape. Use it for muscle soreness and many common injuries. KT Tape, train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
Dear mainland, aloha. My brother and I hear that most of you only disable your phones when you fly. You call it airplane mode. But maybe you don't have to get on a plane to get away, yeah? Allow my brother to demonstrate. You know what we call this? Kona mode. One life, right? Mahalo. Longboard Island Lager and Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Brewing.
So he told me he would pay me to do the match.
Your Valley set 1 stats. Look at those hitting percentages. 533 for Pavan and Muno. 333, which is not bad for Scoles and Urango. Above average. Pretty high level first set. 4 errors and just the 1 block for Sarah Pavan. Just a couple of those errors, the difference in set number 1. But 3 service errors as well for Zana and Sarah. I would like to see both these teams, Sarah, maybe be a little, or rather Haley, maybe be a little more aggressive with their serving in a pretty friendly serving environment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the beginning of the game, both teams were just kind of settling in, letting the game begin, kind of warming up their serves. But like you said, second set, I'd love to see some people rip some serves. Especially because those offensive numbers are so high. So if you don't give them a tough serve, it's almost like giving them the point because of how well they're playing. That was a great serve. Oh, double contact. That one, she was falling backwards a little bit. Ball got a little lower maybe than she was expecting. But still, I like that play. I like that serve from Gina. It was a good pass by Zana, but it still made her work for it. Yep. Right up the gut in the seam. Oh, I think Sarah touched that one on the block, which is why she had to go over. That one is just out of reach. And it's 1-1. I love that mix-up in the offense. Julia has such a great swing, but when she really sees the court like that, it's hard to stop. Julia Scoles, AVP champion, along with her partner, Gina Urango. Sarah Pavan's an AVP champ as well. Zana would still be looking for her first win. You got a long career ahead of her. This is the first event together for Sarah Pavan and Zana Muno. Zana played the first 2 Gold Series events with Brandy Wilkerson.
They would have been here in Phoenix together, but Brandy, in preparation for Paris next week, an FIVB tournament, had some national team obligations. She wasn't able to make it to this one. Zana got her pick, and she gave Sarah a call. You said, you want to do this? That's who I would call.
That's who I did call.
Yeah. Ooh, that one won't quite clear. Love that try by Zana. What do you mean that's who you did call?
So it's funny, I actually signed up for this event with Sarah. We were applying for a wild card.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, when she sent me that message, like, oh, I'm actually playing with Zana, like, here's the story. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like, good luck, I'll be cheering for you guys. It's fun to watch.
Just out of reach, it's a put away. Scoles Urango up 4-2. Yes, you applied for a wild card because in order to qualify for Phoenix, they took all the team's best 2 out of 3 Gold Series finishes. The top 4 automatically got into Phoenix, and then the AVP had the option to give 2 wild cards. So why not apply for a wild card?
Right?
You never know.
Exactly.
They decided not to give any wild cards, which means the next 2 teams went down to 5th and 6th place. Zana and Brandy were in 5th place. Brandy couldn't play, so they gave Zana the option, and she took Pavan. And there's your team.
Boom.
For the guys, it also went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 5 and 6 seeds for the gentlemen will also play in the 5th place round match. That'll be Troy Field alongside Seabud, Chase Buttinger, who played, about a quarter of the season here at the Footprint Center with the Phoenix Suns in his NBA days. They'll be taking on Casey Patterson and Andy Benish after this one. We got 3 serving 4. Pavan Muno up 1-0. Scoles and Urango up 1 here in set 2. Nice turn from Julia Scoles.
I think that might have gone through the hands of Pavan.
Right through the wickets?
Yep.
Yeah, Pavan went real wide at the last second. I think Julia snuck it inside that right hand. The controlled block, but Julia Scoles ready for it at the net. Wait, what do we got? Net violation? I believe they called a net violation against Julia Scoles.
Oh, wow.
And she must have. She's not arguing.
What a great layout by Zana.
Yeah, after that controlled block by Sarah Pavan. I love that we're statting the controlled blocks right now. Not just terminal stuff blocks for a point, but those block touches that keep the point alive are big time as well. That's a big time serve. You go, I go, nobody goes. It's right up the middle. Sarah Pavan ties us at 5.
Her serve comes from such a high trajectory, even from her standing flow. It's impressive.
Won't quite trickle over. Almost had 2 aces in a row. That's her 3rd service error, the 1 ace for Sarah. Zana raising and ripping around the block. Man, around the angle block of Julia Scoles. Did Julia not take enough angle, or was that just a perfect swing?
Sometimes those angle blocks, they just cut it too far from the blocker. So I think that was just a well-executed angle swing.
385, the hitting percentage for Zana Muno. 12 kills on 26 attacks. And really limiting the errors are Zana and Sarah. Not limiting the service errors, though. 5 service errors for Zana and Sarah. Maybe they're being a little more aggressive, though, as well. Another controlled block to keep the rally going. Sarah Pavan showing that she's going to take ball. Leading that play all the way. Muno is dug. Gina Urango with the chance to put away the long rally with the left.
There it is.
That ball getting a little farther outside than Sarah Pavan was even ready for. She didn't even put up a block. She was out of position. So Pavan decided it would be better for her to stay down and give her partner a chance to dig it. But too much heat from the left of Gina Urango.
Yeah, she whips it. It's not just a emergency move. She knows what she's doing with the left.
Can you hit with your left, Haley?
Oh, she inspires me. I've been trying.
I can do nothing with my left. Like, I am the least ambidextrous person you will ever meet.
With that mindset.
Well, maybe it's a mental block. I don't know, though. I would need to break my right hand somehow. Like, I would need to be immobilized to force myself to do stuff with my left.
Well, let's hope that doesn't
Let's hope
happen.
that doesn't happen. Yeah, appreciate that. Cutting one. That is sliced along the net, and it falls. Zana Muno.
You know, we should be statting Zana's short shots.
Mm.
I think I've seen some really aggressive swings, but most of the shots have been really short, line and angle.
Now, knowing that, if Julia and Gina are noticing that, like you are, would you say that maybe they step up a little bit?
I think, yeah, you can be aggressive, take a few steps up, and if she comes in aggressive, keep those hands up for the dig.
Ooh, great play by Zana. She falls over. She's back up and set, but it's going to be out of reach. What a swing, Gina Urango.
Risty.
Yep. A last second change of direction from the wrist with some pace.
Sharpest vision out here, some say.
Sarah Pavan up there. Ooh. Not quite going to get there is Pavan. Nice dig, though, by Zana. At least momentarily keep it alive. Gina Urango, a chance to go up for Sarah Pavan, the denial. Boy, that would have been getting into out of reach territory, up by 4 about halfway through the first, but Pavan now back to the service line, a chance to make it a 1-point ball game at the technical timeout. That is out of bounds, and it is indeed a 1-point game. Man, the difference a play like Sarah Pavan made to get the block and keep it just a 2-point deficit, and now just a 1-point deficit after technical timeout. Well, we got a lot of national champions on the AVP tour, including one sitting right next to me right now. And I mean, how many national champions we got? A ton playing on the AVP, all from either USC or UCLA, mostly from USC.
Oh, we got to put Julia Scoles up on that list.
Oh, yeah, we got to add Julia to that list. We just ran out of room. We ran out of room, and we have her on the screen.
Right,
so we make sure she's represented, so everybody can be represented.
Yes.
Therese and Kelly in 16 and 17, a lot from the last, and Sarah Hughes, of course, as well.
Zana.
Yep, in 18 and 19 with Savvy Simo, the Bruins. Also Sarah Sponsel and Savvy, and Zana Muno. What was your favorite collegiate win? Whether it's a national championship or, you know, Pac-12s or a match you remember, what's your number one, Haley?
Yeah, okay, easy answer. I have to say 2021 national championships.
Okay.
I'm playing with Haley Hallgren.
Yep.
We're at the 3-pair, and we hadn't won a match all week at Gulf Shores. It was either our team won before we could finish our match, or we had lost our match. And, you know, I was kind of feeling a little bummed out, just want to contribute to the team's success. And my coach kept saying, like, doesn't matter till the end, doesn't matter till the end. And the team we were facing was undefeated in Gulf Shores until that point.
Oh, wow.
And we just went in, and it was our last match together, and we had a strong friendship off the court.
Who was that you were facing, by the way?
We were facing Abby Van Winkle and Lindsay Sparks. They had done really well at the 3-pair.
Yep.
And we just played such smooth volleyball together and we just put all of our passion and energy into this match, and it just felt like nothing could stop us. Like we were both firing together, and that kind of gel with your partner just made it so much fun.
Now, when you won that match, where was the overall duel at? Do you remember what that put it at?
So we put the first win on the board, and then our fives pair had lost. So it was 1-1 at that point, going into the second flight.
And then the 1s, 2s, and 4s play at the same time, right?
Yeah, so we won that year at the 1s, 2s, and 3s, I believe.
The 1s, 2s, and 3s won it. Okay. Yeah, that beach format is so much fun. So after you win, and now you're just watching. I mean, you go back and forth, court to court to court. Like, what are you doing? You just running around?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you're done for the whole season, so you better be booking it court to court, cheering them on.
College is such a fun format. If you've never been to an NCAA beach event, everybody, I highly recommend it, especially if you can get down in that first weekend of May to Gulf Shores, Alabama for the championships. A very special environment that I have not been able to experience in person because we've always had an AVP that weekend, which is great. It's been Huntington for a number of years. Austin was that weekend this year, but what a special time down in Gulf Shores. The fastest growing NCAA sport, beach volleyball. Out of the timeout, Muno.
I gotta just clap for that.
Yep.
Such a well-timed rundown.
Yeah, she read it from the time she could see that Julia was going off speed. She doesn't go off speed, Zana on that one. Big swing to finish. We got French fries on the board, 11-11. The back set to Gina, going left, going right. She's going right-handed. Zana is there again. The dig, but I think they're going to call that a lift. We're going to have to talk about that one. Now, I thought that the referee might be calling a double contact. So here's the deal. As we're going to take a look at, if you are going to dig a ball with your hands, with your fingers, it's got to be deemed hard-driven. And hard-driven is up to debate. Does hard-driven mean it has to just have a downward trajectory? It's got to come with enough pace. It's a judgment call. And if it's not deemed hard-driven, you can call a double. I didn't think that was a lift, though.
No, I don't agree with that call.
Did you think it was hard-driven enough to where you could take it with your hand? Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Yeah, but either way, I can see that maybe being called a double if you deemed it wasn't hard-driven. But a lift, I don't get that one. Both these teams traveling just about the same distance. Look at that, right around 8,500 feet in this match so far as teams. An ace serve for 13-12. Always happy to see the next level data powered by Connexon. Gina Urango just catching the back of the line with that one to take the lead back. The third ace for Scoles and Urango. Another tough one. That one was coming in hot to Zana. She fought it off and puts it just in the right spot. Not much more down the line would have worked.
Queen of the short shots.
Yeah, there you go. Another short shot.
I would love to see her late in this match switch it up, but it has been working.
Yeah,
so
maybe once, you know, if Gina and Julia, if they get a couple digs on her short,
right,
maybe switch it up. But until that point, seems like they're not recognizing that. Right. Big swing into the corner, bounces up into a box. It's 14-13. After having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight set matches, 4 last night and the first 2 this morning, we've had 2 straight 3-setters. And we got a real close one here in set number 2. It could be 3 in a row as we switch at 14-14. Is there a difference for you, Haley, beginning of the match, end of the match, a certain time during the set, where like you change anything mentally? Do you like focus in at a certain point? Do you try to keep it the same every point? Or like, what are you feeling at this point at 14-14?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, like I said earlier, beginning the first set, you're just trying to get a feel for the game, feel for the environment, and then you can kind of reassess with your partner. How's our strategy doing? And then heading into this second set, I mean, the first set was so close, I think both sides have to feel like they're in it. No one's out. So I think at 15-14 right now, this is a pivotal time in the set. I think the middle of the set often gets overlooked, whereas like the beginning and the end, there's a lot of emphasis on it. So right now is the chance to make some gains.
That ball's just out of bounds wide. You saying the middle of the set is so important makes me think of, actually, specifically, the two teams that are in the finals for the women. Taryn and Kristen, I mean, they took over last night in the first set of their first match. They went 9 points in a row. They found something in the middle of the set and just took over. And then Betsy and Kelly. Betsy is so good adjusting in the middle of the set, and she'll change up her serve just enough. And it's around that middle of the set time where you take it out to a couple points, and now all of a sudden all the pressure is on the other team.
It is. It's
like
like a chess match.
Yeah.
Because you can start the match up until that point, 13-all, serving line on a girl, blocking angle. You know, you have a certain strategy, and then 13-all, oh, now we're going to pop in a short serve. And we saw that in the Cloth Nuss match against Gina and Julia. They started serving short and switched up their strategy in the middle of that set, and that can catch teams off guard.
Here, getting in the middle of this one into the latter stages, a 2-point lead, 17-15, Scoles and Urango off of the error. Both teams still have their team timeout to use. Got to think another point for Scoles and Urango. Zana and Sarah will probably take theirs. But they've been siding out pretty well. No panic from them. High off the hands, the aggressive kill from Zana.
It looks like Zana and Sarah are really finding their groove. I'm seeing way better play from their last match, and they're both such skilled players. It's hard to imagine they could go even higher than they're going.
That one is a bit deep. It's 18-16, one to the switch. Big point here. Either a 3-point lead at possibly the last side switch of set number 2, or a 1-point ball game. Great job by Pavan to keep that one alive. Zana put her in trouble, but Gina Urango. Here we go, Sarah. Keeps it at a 1-point disadvantage. What a swing. We switch sides, 17-18. Boy, that is a high point of contact. A very sharp angle down the line. 9 kills, still not a single hitting error for Sarah Pavan. At the net, she has been so good in this match. 4 controlled blocks, a couple of stuffs, 9 kills. She's up there at the net. Zana serving 17-18. The short serve, that's a good one, but Julia Scoles all over it. Into the hard angle goes Scoles. The deep angle, 9-7.
You know, oftentimes players will serve short to take out a big approach hitter. You want to limit their approach and make them shoot the ball, but that's really important that Julia Scoles. Oh.
The trickler.
The trickle ace. She was able to get off the net and still bring the heat, which I think they weren't expecting.
2017, and that team timeout is coming at the last second for Pavan and Muno. 3 chances to go to a third set for the 3rd straight time here in Phoenix. I like not only matching each other, Julia and Gina, but also the coach, Nancy, getting on it as well.
I love it.
Love that. Man, this team just sort of came out of nowhere, some people thought, this year, and really culminated in Atlanta, where they got the win at the first Gold Series event of 2022.
What an event Atlanta was.
Yeah.
Some weather delays and change format.
Totally. Like, so strange. And a bit of a letdown on Saturday because the crowd was building all day long. We were so excited for the night session, and then we had to stop everything. Again, a couple of lightning delays. We got started up early on Sunday morning, had to change to, I think, 1 to 28 until the semifinals, or was the semis a match?
I think the semis was a match
for the semis, yeah. But we got it done. Of course, we thought another storm was coming on Sunday afternoon, and then it was blue skies the entire time. So at least it cleared up for us on Sunday. 2017, make it 2018. Now 2 chances to side out.
Zana created some great space there on that pass. It was a little far to her right, but she still created space on her approach so she could come and attack the ball.
Zana! But Gina is there, way to stay with it. Gina Urango, but it's back over the net. And it's 19-20. Are we going to see another team timeout here from Gina and Julia? It doesn't look like it. 19-20, they'll stay with it. They know they just need a side out to force set number 3. They're set, we're set. Let's do it. Julia Scoles to take us to a third. It's a tight set. Pavan is there. And it is 20-20.
Yeah, that was a great pass. That set looked just a little inside, and with Sarah Pavan being so big on the block, she grabbed it before Julia and Gina could cover.
20-20, 3 points in a row. Out of the timeout for Zana and Sarah. We'll take our final timeout of set number 2. And as a brand new team, Zana and Sarah, no coach here in Phoenix. They'll talk things out on their own. The team of 3 gonna figure out what to do here. Just settle in, just, you know, keep being aggressive. Do what you're doing. One side out, you still keep the lead.
Is this the closest women's match we've seen so far?
Yes, it is, and actually easily. This is the first set. 21-19 was the first time. Oh, there we go.
There's the fam.
Yep. 21-19 was the closest women's set as of yet here in Phoenix. We've seen teams run away with it, like you said, in the middle of those sets. Great call, Haley. 21-19 and now 20-20. This one has been a good one the entire time. Scoles and Urango still with the slight advantage. Receiving serve, tied at 20. Gina Urango for another set point. It will be set point number 4, and that's another short shot.
That was so crisp.
That one's Gina, yeah.
So crisp.
Yeah.
I love that from Gina.
We've seen Zana all match long with the short shots, and Gina showing she's got that too. That was beautiful. Zana going short. Julia swatting. Oh, great set from Zana to give her partner a swing, and Pavan gets it to the floor. Boy, what a play to get Blackjacks on the board. Julia going high. I think she read that short shot, Haley.
Yeah, I love the swat. So good.
That was awesome. But great cover by Sarah Pavan. Never gives up on the play, and that was real close to getting blocked or getting into the net. 21-21. The back set. Slightly inside. The swing is out of bounds wide. And it is now match point for Zana Muno and Sarah Pavan.
I think an easy correction on that play. Julia looked a smidge early on her approach.
Julia Scoles to stay alive in the second. Zana Muno will have a swing for the win. A short shot again, and Zana with Sarah Pavan win the 5th place match here in Phoenix. 21-19, 23-21.
Great play by all 4 players. Really exciting game to watch.
The most competitive women's match we've had so far here in Phoenix. Of course, there's only 2 more women's matches to go. The 3rd place, then the final. Muno and Pavan in their first event together. Teaming up last second, they will get a 5th place here at the championships in Phoenix. Great job by that team not playing together before.
Awesome job. I love the energy here in Phoenix.
Oh my God.
A lot of great fans.
So fun. I mean, an incredible fan base in Phoenix. Haley Harward, you are a broadcaster. Thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you, Mark.
Absolutely. We'll be back with the 5th place round for the gentlemen here in Phoenix.
Coming up